Ghana ene omani din ade Colombia ebebo Kansas eye nena watwe pepepe ene week game time no 1:30 a.m. game time near Ghana time 1:30 na say Friday ahomachi ade Saturday no and as game na ebeba so what is confirmed and say Ghana at the third a group no now third in our group Ghana ball first in group K yabeda amadi achine decide we Portugal ball Colombia a winner take all was our group no say Portugal win pomedi first was our group no Portugal draw omedi second then our African brothers DR Congo our opportunity say omu ewuram was our group no kwasem ne say senka enya say your ball enya third place teams na qualify na kabi Ghana qualify o senya say Ghana ya the third place bi na qualifier and the Ghana that had 4 points from our first two games no and can qualify engram ewo the next stage of the competition. We played a very, very, very good game. We considered 2 cheap goals, very, very cheap. 2 goals here considered cheap goals. And so the first one, how we open up our defense. Quite a fast to BM Emma Omushutu Sabon from afar. About 2 no. Na enyade papa there be. Very, very cheap goal. And you consider our first goal. Then we worked our way into the game, eventually found the equalizer. Unfortunately, we went back to sleep. Die. And this I can count more than 3 Ghanaian players around. Player no share ball. Meanwhile, player no share ball only height. Onye player or what? Enti onye player or height China akase bia or what? Enti no fast ball. Purely it was as a result of loss of concentration. You lose your concentration ewo game na yebo no. Said the nyina ye tiam ye sure say ba bia Ghana fo nyina tiam ye dede no. Black Star players also went to sleep. And a coffers I go no. A buyer, one etimi etikano. And also more as I take lead me 2-1. And extremely unfair to Benjamin Asari. That save Opulu Yano. Say, oh yes, I save na the next kick as I'm a tornado. You have not been protected by your players. As though Benjamin Asari was not protected by players, you know. Seriously speaking, Abrante di ade Vlasic. Ya o she go no. Onye player ten ye players no. The only reason we can ascribe to why we lost out on possession because na Ghana ye lose concentration. Our men were not concentrating on the action. Once a goalkeeper ISR save no, immediately na ball no ekwo corner normal return corner kick na never resulted in a goal. It's just a loss of concentration. We were not actually concentrating on the game. And ekofa sa issue no at the by for Benjamin Asare we picture now share how he dived but ball no e ben pono pao and my ball no ekwo because Asare dive a pass stretchy to an elastic limit. Having stretched earlier on, Akwayi Bono, no sabe stretchy beam, and I went to me, and ya Bono this time. Bono echo twats him. Young fan to just Derek Lucasen is a very poor defender. Go no share and anka ayabe ma ne defensive priorities no. Ayaba be kataso, but the truth of the matter is ya catch us a Bono. We don't just watch the game. We analyze the game. the fact that Derek Lucasen say go in Chese, young Casam, Derek Lucasen, very, very, very poor. And Minimsa Jonas Ajete Apeke Noka. In fact, and the Black Stars coach had some things wrong. And she, Kabiru, Yanya said, things that the coach did not get right. The first idea coach I get it wrong in the game. The selectioner coach at the buy. And I'll prove that to you. Coach, I decided say Thomas Partey and City deep as the deep liner playmaker. Moi, motai etie pepe so aiza wa koma FM. Moi motai hwe me ewo me YouTube pages no so no. Me catch you say coach Carlos Cruz unim na. Or a coach he loves to play a deep liner playmaker. No about central midfielders around him. And the coach options or the Partey about the deep liner playmaker. I spot on. But two players or the Omoka Partey the question is na coach the person mo yedin. So two players no the Partey in Kwesisibo. And Elisha Usuno. A dear Juma Pan and coach expect say one abaye on the field of play. That is the first question. And that is the first wrong thing that we did. Adia yeah wrong. Oh, game number one. I don't know. Number two, Coach Carlos Cruz. It was wrong on the part of Coach Carlos Cruz. So started play anything at Derek Lucasen. You see, Kojo upon Pepra, I have said it's senior relegation and promotion playoffs na no bona. And to your call Wales now went to Yamakamba. Or yeah, far better than most of the centre backs at your mind. Kojo upon Pepra of OJC Nice. But this one's here copy PM Wales at that time. Now OJC Nice. Any Senetian airborne relegation and promotion playoff games, you know. A branch to me and mama part of the team. If you play anything at a Yenya Noka, a Jerome Noka, my GM said it would have been better to play Kojo in a game from the start. See, the Kojo mum a buyer. As an uncle, boy, I say, coach, you know, echo ball or anything at a Derek Lucasen. Lucasen is not one of the best. Again, go back and watch the game very well. The second goal that Ghana conceded. Question number one is question Sibona or person yede. Can say Ghana say go? Yeah, say go no. At the other 2 seconds, group because at the time we found the equalizer, Black Stars are moving to 5. You cut it 2 points every Croatia. I'm a Croatia. I call 4 points. Jomakodi third. England already were leading by 2 goals to 0. Tomorrow, almost 7 points. So Croatia, they will fight like wounded lions. And Kwesisibo, who is supposed to be a central midfielder, a holding midfielder, born drop it with the Nimino. Kwesisibo, a carcass of the insane in and he ended up bundling the ball unnecessarily. And a bono, equal resulted in that opportunity for Croatia. Emma, goalkeeper Benjamin Asari, a pull off that fantastic save. That save, Mrs. Goalkeeper Bre, I said, one Emma was a save now. And yet, the essence is here, baby, now, Zagokeeper. Yakobo Konaki Kadiasha, there, viewers are one more Guilino. And to Kwesisibo, actually, I say, and I've said this, none in England, no, or Bobia, any aje. But the truth of the matter is, Kwesisibo, no. So, open number 8. Nipano Neo Duka, because you're number 8, yeah. Sometimes here, they imagine Ashimero, Maestro Nednego. And the number 6, according to a person, you improvise man about 8. And that Patebo no boy. Thomas Patebo no boy. So, a ball carrier. It is a Majid Asimeru, I want in China. A Kagana ever book Croatia would have. Yeah, Croatia was a because Partey a deep line up playmaker, the ball a carrier, a ball carrier. None got the ball. So that is another thing that we had wrong. Again, Coach Carlos Queiroz, things that we saw from this game. Two players now in Elisha and Kwesi. The basic role of a midfielder. And it's like, we are midfielder. You are able to win tackles, win the ball. Number one, we match the ball. Number two, we are midfielder. You should be in a position, say, over to me, a distributor ball. We are midfielder. You should be able to retain ball. It's ball winning ability, ball progression ability, and ball retention ability. These are three basic nyoma. We are midfielder as well. You two players in Elisha and Ninia Sibu. Winning the balls, no. Retaining the balls and recycling, no. Progressing the ball and retaining the ball, no. Eti coach, check when we did the substitutions. When you did winger, Fatau Ebain, you could see that our game started moving. It's where the stars of Kwesi were on. I will give them. And I clear say, Kwesi Modemono now a formal game. We are not picking on him. He played 85 minutes of this game. No goal, no assist. Expected assist 0.01. Expected goal 0.01. Accurate passes 38 out of 40. That is 95. Defensive contributions 2. Chances creation 0. Total touches 46. Passes into final third 1. Accurate long balls and you dispose of the 2. So and a midfielder almost a lot of grittiness, and so a game in and for me I think that Kwesi Sibu ground duels won only 1 out of 5 ground duels. Sir, only 1 out of 5. Etimaka what did the game now? Dear Nana coach in expect free no. We need only 1 out of 5 challenge tackles out. And he said, no, very, very, very poor. Or tackle back up in 85 minutes. 1 tackle in 85 minutes. I think that we did not do well with the type of again, coach. Yakase, in such games, you need players who run across the field of play. Omama na kwesa as a Jordan, you cannot say maybe as a home penasem. Game where we needed a player like Brandon Thomas Asante to start the game, so that he will lead our press, so that he will torment the back line of Croatia. Somewhere I started the game no. Croatia for no. Abranche did Ivan Perisic at his age. No want to be back ever joining on attack because you need number 9 be all cause of problems at the moment. Jordan type of number 9 no. And Brandon Thomas we needed Brandon Thomas Asante to run across the back line of the opposition so that he will create situations for them. Unfortunately, and also earn to me Amasu because now your concentration no any that particular position. Coach, your substitutions delayed. Coach Carlos Queiroz, your substitutions delayed. In fact, you're free first half break neban. You call half time a yeban. Next week, coach, it be my bear 4 substitutions. Or the 2 by no effective, but so the 2 no by and still now players in a park as well. Nan's so much in a park. For instance, Kamaldeen Sulemana starting the game. Coach, Kamaldeen Sulemana. Yeah, coaches. And training no, moya. Video na mo pass about and tree. And yen to win cancer no be. But no question pie woman say. Kamaldeen Sulemana the coach. The first game you started him and this game, Kamaldeen my way. And right after the first half, Nasa Kamaldeen tranche. Nanki enya nyama. Mr. Player ba kwa mu nyusu no tournament ya mo pa Christopher Babozu. Nasa ki enya no. And coach, when you had it right, we gave you all the planets. Ya bon sama ya bo nyina edema. Today I can say that our coach had a lot of things wrong. He tried to rectify it. Unfortunately, or tries to rectify no. Your players, lose concentration after we went ahead. Good morning, I said you're gonna phone in fact, a lot of places. By the time o madwene ba so no, na kanati no munya we say Mr. Kate. Ni asa akọ down a egofo kwa nya we say akọ down. Because everybody was in joyous mood. You can't blame anybody for celebrating. But for the players on the field of play, we expect that they will keep their concentration level, because a moment of loss of concentration it may lead to conceding. And Anubi and Atoya, all the players switched off. Your players in now switch it off. Emma timer corner kick no no na you lose concentration. Ena Emma and also a kokobaya and also a said see etie. So that is also one of the problems I saw, that we suffered from loss of concentration in this game. Now there were positives in the game. Nobody should deceive himself. There were positives in the game. One positive, Benjamin Asare. And Makachrem Penifo say, minim the ambassador local players in the Yansana, Omora Black Stars. Benjamin Asare, why you be no Black Stars anymore? Only opportunity, Jacob Black Stars. House of Folk did not win the league. House of Folk did not win the FA Cup. But a confidence, Otadunya say, I think the Kimuba near considered Mammy Vanco and not Necoy. Should Derek Lucas and ye pa a Timo catch him say Razak Simpson, ye local center back, say Razak Simpson, say Ebenezer Banmo, a Tomo to Glebo. Then 9 o'clock, me no who do a defend the ball. And unfortunately, the ONS blockade the view of goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Had it not been so Ojirano and a ball about straight to Benjamin, I can bet my last penny say a Benjamin Asare betcha ball. But we're blocking the view. And Benjamin stretching, and come baby, and as a bono, attracted him. But there was a positive in Abrante at the Benjamin Asare. Go no die, a positive. Another positive, Thomas Tepate. So I am fun to just say now Ghana will stay in the US. Ghana will play at Kansas. Ghana will play the winner of Group K, which is yet to be decided. As I speak with you, about 10 minutes to the start of that game. About 10 minutes to the start of that game. And if that game no Eshasia, the every results every maba, the already first on, and a Ghana and a neighbor or Kansas in US. So the positive thing is that Ghana will stay in US. And then Ghana will play with Thomas Partey. Partey will play because Yen too quiet. The positives need be I don't know. May I sure say coach, what near money Fatah will buy, and she a positive going forward. Whoever Ghana never bought round of 32, we may change our style and decide to play gamer. Positivity, going forward. The games that the Black Stars of Ghana, and so so that's another positive sign that we can allude to. That Anya a branch of the thing at the Benjamin Asare, the influence or the bad game a positive. Players a free bench most of them at the positivity at the kind of game that young boy Kojo Pompepra from the bench, and so the other boy and so as I so another positive. You bet me at the two say these are positives that Ghana enya a free game no more. But overall, it has been poor. Overall, Tieni said yes, Ghana. Yeah, the third place, 4 points now. And I can hear for 2 teams. And Ghana aren't qualified to the next stage. Say yeah, the 2 teams. I could say yeah, there be a co-work up of 2 teams that qualified and Ghana aren't qualified. And that should be a worry for all of us. The way idea, Ebema is something to worry about. That the Black Stars and Timmy and Kientiman qualify if a 2 teams, but eventually we have qualified. But we need to be better. And being third, we are going to play a first place team. I know the confidence of most Ghanaians. Oh, yeah, here Portugal, we have a show more. ye hia on say saa de nde ya na ye Ghana for ye taka shiri bia nti ye be show mu we nya match we ye be show mu. Let's hope and pray that we get an opposition that we can actually play. And your defense so exposed, especially center backs, they were exposed and it didn't help us. But all in all, the most important thing is Ghana qualify. I am praying and hoping that Antoine Semenyo issue no any injury. Na de na mi so Semenyo pray na still opese or the ball sa de na ehu pa. Na Olympic but no opese or the ball. Sa de na ehu pa sa mo kaya. Ebi to yen. Abdul Fattah Isaku. Ne ACL no na Ghana game bi AFCON qualifiers bi wa Accra Sports Stadium. O plan tem na so free no ko ne banagi no decide so the ball. Ye ball game na o say free mu ye no. O kodru na Leicester for no mo say ACL. Empire and say Antoine Semenyo because your next game we will need all our top players to be available. The good thing is that Thomas Partey will be available, but we need Antoine Semenyo to also be available. Now you're to me with that particular team. So these are some of the positive things that you're picking from the group. Now bet me at the at the Atuja, some of the positives that a free group room and so a buyer and Ghana for the baby a more piano. You some from Black Stars no and for Niagro. Those of you are Moshe game no Montaigne so the be a Moshe game ni piano. We know you don't joke with your Black Stars and Uram e Kumasi Sirimo Hanipe Gua are scoring interchange yes nipe guo baby Gucci Man fast food. Gucci Man so send them a video of the Padodoa. Moshe game a free Himayo Santase Himay apre Himay ni Padodo guo hwe no enya sam keto akra Kabiru omo ya exchange of JCB me de ma on oh za da bi me dia ba una no wankwohwe na ayi je Semenyo JC Semenyo Jasco Vadio na Vadio so ni na botim okay ti Jasco Vadio ebeje Antoine Semenyo enso ejesi na eno so eye sede esi etie eho yete ehon nsem no ede ema. So Black Stars unfortunately intimi the start of Ayu and Suleiman so amwaye, but going forward ye be din komo Ghana next game no a week Saturday o ye nyamo bi a week ena Ghana bebo eti coach ni betuma ye adwuma no bebrebe no aye team no ho adwuma kai se 1:30 am Ghana your next game near 1:30 a.m. And you boss match no. Enti dan dey be sleep 1:30 a.m. And a Ghana ever ball that particular game. And also you dey won some no at the amount. Now young fan to just young gram na yankofa the next game. Emmanuel Ozulator ever fire amaya power hapa. It's me on tenho and so ever fire at the amaye. Sa group where you obedi first no and a Ghana and so what is your Come on,